Hello everyone, my name is Basti and I'm an independent trader with years of experience in the crypto markets. If you're looking for the latest information for daily chart analysis, and if you're looking for trading predictions as well as trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you here today. And before we get started, I'd like to bring your attention to a link that I posted in the description of this video for Trade Mania. I've been mentioning this project in the last couple of videos. We're about to reach the 1,000 followers, so please go there if you're interested. Hit the follow button so that we can release more information on this project. It's going to be a very important, very exciting project for everybody. So make sure you check it out. Again, you can find the link in the description. And I'd say let's go ahead and get started. So we find ourselves on the 4-hour chart, and as you can see, we found very strong support on precisely the line that I've drawn since February the 6th of the start of this accumulation phase. And as you can see, this has been holding very strongly. You can also see that our 100 and 200 EMA lines have been support as well. And it's the first time in a while that they actually crossed each other. In fact, if we go back and check when was the last time that it happened, we can see that it was here on October 5th of last year. Of course, there's an opposite equivalence to this, which would be bearish. But in our case, the crossing of these two lines at the moment work as a very bullish sign for the price movement of Bitcoin. And so if we look at the next resistance, we find it is at 44,357 US dollars, which is this red line that I posted here. And we can look at the 1-hour chart where we can see very nicely how we have been testing and testing, trying to make our way across this line. We even had this fake out here. As you can see, it immediately got sold and brought the price lower. However, one thing to see is that we found relatively good stability right after that, and we continue to be in this consolidation phase. The question if we will push up or break the price down remains to be seen. I personally think at the very least we'll retest our resistance here. Should we cross over it and find a nice retest, then the journey towards 47,000, 48,000 is pretty much frictionless. At that point, I think we will come into this red area. Let me draw this better so you guys can get an idea. This area that would turn out to be an accumulation area, yet another one for us. We might stay inside of this area for a couple of days. We might go down and retest the lower part of it before we are able to push out of it. On the other hand, at the moment, there are not a lot or any that I'm aware of bearish news on the horizon. At the very least, for example, in the case of Russia and the Ukraine, we learned yesterday that Putin decided to pull some of the troops away from the area of confrontation, and that's exactly when the price climbed, but quickly again got sold. However, as you can see, even throughout the hours that came after that, their price remained relatively stable. Now let's have a look at the weekly chart. Here we can see another picture, and that is that we do have to remain cautious. As you can see here, we are struggling to pass beyond the 50 weekly EMA ribbon, which is this orange line here. And as you can see, before this has lent the service to be a very good support for the price of Bitcoin. You can see that happen also during the crash of Elon Musk, where even though there were a couple of instances where we went under the line, then a lot of capital came back in and that pushed the price above this line again. So in the past, this has always been very, very good support. As you can see, very strong support. And that's exactly where we are struggling at the moment, is trying to get over this line. You can see in the previous week, we even went across it very quickly, got sold back down. And that's basically where we are right now, trying to get past that. So of course today is Wednesday only, so we still have a couple of days before the week closes. But what I do want to see on Sunday is that we do close above this line. Also, for those of you who speak German, tonight we're having another live stream where we're going to be looking into this more closely. Also, I wanted to bring your attention to yet another piece of information, and that is that you guys should feel free, of course, to join our Telegram group. You can find the link in the description for that as well. It's also free content, and here I'm always posting relevant information regarding current situations with news. For example, here I'm posting, okay, the Feds are about to meet in 5 minutes. So, information that is always relevant, that is always important to the price of Bitcoin. Again, this is completely free, so find the link in the description. Now let's go and take a look at the price of Ethereum, where we see a wonderful, wonderful bounce that, better, you can really ask for any better. We found support, strong support at the price of 2,820 or 825 US dollars. And we find that's right now, currently we're trying to reach this yellow or this white line. You can also see an inverse head and shoulders pattern that if we are able to overcome and go past the neckline and we find a nice retest, then really the next stop here would be this yellow line. Of course, this yellow line is another resistance that we get from our previous all-time high at this location. We tried to retest it a few months later, and you can see that it's been very good support until now. So we do have to get past this. If we do and we retest it, then the journey towards the 4,400 US dollars is pretty much frictionless also. So we do have a bit of a battle before us, but once we go past the 3,266 US dollar line, then I can see things will start to look nice for us again. A couple of other things, we do have our EMA ribbons as resistance as well as this yellow line. So it is important that we are careful here, because if we go back to this area and we are rejected, then it could be that we see a big rejection and brings the price back down to the $3,000 line. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, we see that at the moment there has been some decrease in the dominance of Bitcoin in the market. It could be that we actually trade here sideways for a little bit and maybe even go a bit lower before we go back and try to get off or get out of our downtrend line here at around 43.6%. Then after that, if we get a nice retest, then the dominance will continue to rise as well. Please do let me know in the comments below what you guys think regarding not just this video, but in general the channel. Ideas and comments are always welcome. And I would say before we do stop with the video today, let's go back and look at Bitcoin again, just to put together a nice review of everything. So on the 1 hour time frame, it's important that the support at 41,777 US dollars holds. Then the next big resistance will be at around 45,800 US dollars. So that means we can continue to play on inside this range for a while before we do manage to move into our big consolidation area here at the top, which finds itself in between the 48,000 and 47,000 US dollars. Now, for some of you, this might also be interested on the 4 hour chart. We can have a look at the MACD indicators. You can see at the moment looking very, very bullish, which happens after we had this pump here. We can see that in general, every time that we do have the crossing of these two indicators here in the MACD, then a bullish sentiment at least is to be expected. You can see some examples of that. Also, if we move back here, some cases where we had 2,900 points, 3,000 points, here even 4,400 points. So looking at all of this, for me, again, the idea is there's still a lot of potential for this to keep continuing this way. We might even have a double bottom here in the MACDs, so that's also a good sign. And that's pretty much it. Again, it's looking good. And yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure again that you visit the links in the description for those of you who are interested. Make sure you leave your comments as well, and that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. All right, so I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you so much again for joining us and watching and sharing. My name is Basti. Ciao.